Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jem, and here on this channel I do mostly sewing content, sharing things that I've made and made for other people. If that is something that you'd be interested in, stay tuned, and I'm going to be getting into what I'll be making in the month of November. I'm going to be making 7 items this November, and I have them all here laid out in these little baggies that I like to put the whole pattern in, so you'll see those as I'm showing. And the first one I've already actually started on. It is this one, Simplicity 9644, and it is just a knit dress. I'm making View C, which has a mock turtleneck, similar I guess to this. And I'm making it out of this pink fabric that I picked up from Stone Mountain and Daughter maybe a month or two ago on a whim, and I had to have it, and so that will be the first thing that I am making this month. The next 2 items that I am making are just practical. I saw in my wardrobe that I was missing black skirts, so I'm definitely a sucker for a black pencil skirt, and for some reason I decided, okay, I'm gonna make 2 of them. And so the first one that I'm gonna be making is the Claudette skirt from the Society of Charm this year. It's Gertie's Patreon that she does, and I'll put the picture here of what it looks like. It's a knit dress. I'm gonna be using this black Ponte here that you can see in my fancy bag. This one is in a Ponte knit that I had to special order from Etsy because I could not find it in a price that I wanted to pay. So yeah, so that's the first one. The second black skirt that I'm going to be making is the Maria skirt, which is also a Gertie pattern from her Patreon. She recently came out with the Maria dress, and this is the pencil skirt expansion for it, and I'm also going to be making it out of black fabric. This one is a woven fabric, and I used cotton sateen, which I have never used before, and so I picked that up from Joann's and realized it was very thin, and so I backed it with some black twill that I had in my stash from my Halloween costume, because I just felt like it was gonna be too thin, and it was just gonna be so crappy. So we'll see if that works. You'll see that the Maria skirt from the photo has these patch pocket type things on it. I am not a fan of pockets in skirts or dresses, so I don't usually put them in there unless it's like part of the design and I can't get away with it. So no pockets in any of these, but that is the second black skirt that I'm going to be making. The next one I'm going to be making is Simplicity 1562, which is this regular robe pattern. I've been waking up freezing my butt off the last couple of months, wishing I just had a nice cozy robe to wrap myself in, and so I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna make one. That can't be that hard. I found this pattern from Joann's, and it's for adults and teens, and so I'm obviously going to be making the adult version, and in my signature right now lavender color. I found this fleece from Joann's, so I'm going to be making that, and hopefully it will be nice and cozy and I won't be cold anymore. Another practical make for this month is I'm going to be making a backpack. I have a little dude, and my little dude needs a lot of things to go with him when we go anywhere. And I realized I don't have a backpack anymore. I don't know what happened, but I don't have one. So I have lots of over-the-shoulder bags that I love to use, but it's really not the best when I have to carry him for whatever reason to not have a backpack. So I just said I am going to make one, and I wanted one that I would actually like, that wasn't just one of the brown or black diaper bag type situations that you get anywhere. So I went with this design from this company, TYTK Studio. I'll put it up here. I found them on Etsy, and they are similar to another type of backpack, and I'll put that up here. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but I love those backpacks and I've never bought one, so I figured I'll just make a dupe. And I found some fabric in my stash, so basically just like some pink duck canvas or canvas type fabric, and so it's going to be made out of that. And it comes with like 3 different types of zippers, and it has a couple of pockets, and I had to buy all of these little pieces of things, including like these little like covers for the webbing. I had to buy special webbing because I wanted everything to match, of course. So I bought pink webbing, and I bought like all of this stuff so it'll look cute, and I'm really looking forward to making this and using this with my little guy. So my plan has been to make at least one thing for my little dude each month. I'm not counting the backpack for him because it's more for me. I have been wanting to decorate his room, and I'm just not good at decorating rooms. Not good at interior design. But I always loved the little canopies that they had for little kids' rooms, and he got this beanbag chair for his birthday, and I saw like these pictures, and I'll post it here, of like a little reading nook that incorporated the beanbag and this canopy, and it's just like aesthetic and nice, and I have no idea if he'll use it, but it'll give a little bit more character to his room, so I thought I would make that for him. And I found this fabric online, and I'll post it here. It's just this linen-like fabric, because you need 5 yards of fabric to make this, because it's obviously very long. And I did not want to spend that much on linen because I don't know if he'll like it or if he'll destroy it or how it's gonna turn out, so I just figured just keep it as cheap as I can, but also look nice. And I really like how this is. It definitely doesn't feel like linen. It definitely has that like polyester feeling to it, but that is absolutely fine for what this is. Honestly, the hardest thing that so far in sourcing this was the metal ring that you have to get for it. I could not find the ring that I needed. I had to search so many different places, but I ultimately found like a similar size at Michael's. So I guess it's for wreath making normally. So I found that and I was very happy. So that is what I'm making for my little dude. The last thing that I'm making is for the club that I'm a part of online, the Sew Club Society. And when I was making my plans for this, there was a couple of patterns that were in the running, and honestly I have been looking at, when I go thrift shopping and everything, for a long black cardigan because it's something that I need in my wardrobe right now. And they were going to, one of the things that was in the running was the named Esme pattern, which you'll see here, and I was like, that's perfect, that's exactly what I need. And so before it even won, I was just like, I'm gonna get it, and I found it on, I think, Style Maker's website, and just picked it up, and it got here, and I was like, perfect. I don't actually have any fabric for it, but I have a pattern. And then the pattern that ended up winning was the Blair skirt by True Bias. So I think I will be making that one. I don't have the fabric for it chosen. I really would love to make it in pink corduroy, but I am over budget right now for this month with all of the like things I had to buy for all of these projects. So I might just have to make something out of my lovely stash here. Thinking maybe making something that will match something that I made in the month of October, which would kind of be cute depending if the fabric works. I am a little bit worried about the knit skirt fit. I have a wider waist than hips, so it's always interesting fitting this. So we'll see how that turns out. So that is all the plans I have for the month of November. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and checking out what I'm going to be making. I am looking forward to adding some of these staples to my wardrobe, as some of them are very desperately needed for practical reasons. So I'm kind of proud of myself. If you guys haven't already liked this video, because obviously what's not to like, please feel free to smash that like button. And if you haven't already subscribed, feel free to subscribe. I post every Thursday and I am having fun getting back into the groove here. I'll be happy to have you around. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.